Warren County Public Schools Sports Network brings you a Thursday night edition of high school football tonight. Cross-county matchup as the Warren East Raiders take on the Warren Central Dragons. Good evening, everyone. Scott Thompson, Mike Clef will join us here throughout the evening as we appreciate you tuning in to us here tonight and watching as we bring you another live stream event. The Warren East Raiders, Jeff Griffith in his sixth season. They're 3-3 on the year, 1-0 in district play. Their one victory in district play was over Russell County 2 weeks ago, 49-21. They started the season, they lost 37-0 to Logan County, came back, beat Ohio County 41-6. Lost the next two, 24-21 to Barron County, lost that one late. Lost to Russellville 41-7, beat Russell County, then went on the road to Wayne County, won that one 24-7. So 3 straight weeks of district competition for Warren East tonight. Then in 2 weeks, they've got Allen County Scottsville at home. We'll have that game here on our live stream. And then Franklin Simpson on the 22nd. They'll close out at Davis County on the 29th. Meanwhile, Warren Central, they're 0-4 on the season. They're 0-2 in district play. Started out losing to Trigg County 36-6. They lost to Greenwood 42-12, lost to Allen County Scottsville 63-18. Then last week on the road at Russell County, they lost 49-26. They have East here tonight, so they're 0-2 in district. Then after tonight, they have Franklin Simpson coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll come back and we'll have more of our pregame as you're watching live stream coverage from the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a
Welcome back to Warren Central tonight. Scott Thompson, Mike Clef with you tonight as we have a Thursday night edition of football for you, as we have Warren East on the road here at Warren Central. These two teams for many years were the only two Warren County public schools that had high schools, and for many years they played for the Warren County Cup. And then, of course, that kind of went away in the 1990s after Greenwood was formed, and these two still played for many years. Since 1998, they've played 15 times. Warren Central's won 10 of those, while Warren East has won the last 5. The last time Warren Central beat Warren East was in 2015, 23-12. That was on October the 16th. That, matter of fact, was the last win for Warren Central 5 years ago. But the last 5, Warren East has dominated that. But before then, Warren Central under Joe Hood, Ricky Wood, Bill Cox, Mike Rogers and company, when they played, they dominated for many years. Now it's up to Mark Nelson and Jeff Griffith. It's their turns to do battle here. Longtime friends. They've known each other for many, many years. Warren Central still continues to make changes in their lineup as they have weekly. A.J. Ami is back at quarterback tonight. He'll have in the backfield with him D'Angelo Patterson and Demetrius Barnett. Kel Scott will be one of his wide receivers along with Omari Glover, the tight end Trenton Merle. The front line for Warren Central is pretty much the same as it has been all year. Frederick Carver at center, Guillermo Gonzalez at one of the guards, Tevin Bigby one of the other guards. Travian Bunton will be at right tackle, Aiden Compton at left tackle for Warren Central. Warren East kind of settled in now with a quarterback. We saw him a couple of weeks ago, Dane Parsley, now the quarterback, the freshman for Warren East. Quentin Hollis will be one of the running backs. The tight end tonight is Simon Gee. Up front, Luke Penrose will be at center for Warren East. Andrew Foster's the left guard. Tavian Barber, the right guard. Your coaches for tonight's game. Left tackle is Riley Odell. The right tackle will be Morgan White. Wide receivers for Warren East, Roger Duncan, Trey Price, and Kayvon Faison. So that's your starting lineups here tonight as both teams, as well, Warren East is gathered off to the right. Warren Central still in their end zone to the left as they are going through their final preparations. A lot of activities going on with the Warren County Public Schools tonight. Girls soccer, Ohio County is at Greenwood. Warren East at Todd County, and Warren Central is at Barron County. Boys soccer, Greenwood at Glasgow. Warren Central is on the road at Franklin Simpson. And volleyball, there's a lot going on here on the campus at Warren Central. They've got volleyball over in the gym, South Warren at Warren Central. The Warren County Public Schools Board of Education, they are meeting next door over at Warren Central also. Coming up tomorrow night, football for you. On Friday night, we'll have Bowling Green at number 2 South Warren, the number 2 team in 5A. Bowling Green dropped out of the rankings this week. Christian County will be at Greenwood. So that's what's happening here tonight and tomorrow amongst Warren County Public Schools. We'll be ready for kickoff here very shortly. Our official tonight in charge is Danny Salee, as we've got crowds still moving in on this Thursday night. Glad to have you watching us via Prep Spin. Also, WBKO.com/PrepSpin. We also welcome you in on the Prep Spin Facebook channel. We also welcome you in on the Facebook, the Prep Spin Twitter and on YouTube. Also, if you have the Roku or Fire TV apps, you can also watch us on the big screen. So we're ready for kickoff coming up. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Welcome back into our Warren County Public Schools Sports Network tonight. Glad to have you with us as it's a Thursday edition. We'll have tomorrow night Bowling Green at South Warren for you as our football live streams start to wind down the month of October. It's hard to believe. We have about 4 more games for you that we'll be live streaming. Next week we will have McCracken County at South Warren. Then we'll have on the 15th, we'll have Allen County Scottsville at Warren East. And then we'll conclude our live stream of football on the 22nd as we will have, that will be Greenwood at South Warren. Warren Central won the toss. They've elected to receive as we are ready to get this one underway here tonight. D'Angelo Patterson will drop deep for Warren Central, set to receive the opening kickoff from Warren East. And we are underway. It's going to be taken by the up man for Warren Central. That's Jeremiah Taylor. Taylor goes to the far side. Gets wrapped up around the 27-yard line. So the Dragons will start 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. A.J. Ame back at quarterback for Warren Central. Brings his team up. You get a good look there from Mike Cleff, the camera work. The sharp HD pictures from Prep Spin. Around the left end is KJ Ame. Give him a yard or two. He stays in bounds. That's going to be about it. 2nd down and 9 for Warren Central. They're in their first possession of the night.
Ame on the carry. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
All right, they're going to say no gain. Coming into tonight, A.J. Ame at quarterback. Get you some stats on him here in just a minute. Back to pass, got a man open. Demetrius Barnett and dropped it. Got him out in the flat.
Ame's pass intended for Barnett falls incomplete. Be 3rd and 10.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 now for Warren Central at their own 26, the opening drive of the game. Ame 32 of 68 passes on the year for 447 yards. Man in motion for the Dragons. Back to pass, throws over the middle, he's got a man, complete around the 35, be just shy of the first down. Pass complete to KJ Ame.
Ame's pass is caught by Ame. Gain of 8 yards will be
4th and 2 for the Dragons as they come up just a little shy on that pass play.
From the Warren Central 36-yard line.
So the Dragons will have to punt. As the Raiders will get their hands on the ball for the first time tonight. Ame's kick. Going to send Price back to around his 28, 29, and it's going to go out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
Manirakiza's punt bounces out of bounds.
So Marikiza gets off a good punt. Trey Price let it go. So Warren East 1st and 10 from its own 25. They'll have it 10-28 here in the first quarter. No scores. Warren Central just finished up their first possession. So Dane Parsley has taken over as quarterback for Warren East. He did that in the Russell County game, and he has made a statement as the quarterback for Warren East. 3 wide outs. Back to pass, looking to his right. He's going to fake, and he's going to be sacked for a loss inside the 15 to about the 14. Parsley on the year, 21 of 39 pass attempts, 3 interceptions. He has thrown 1 for a touchdown. He has 248 yards of passing this year. Leading the way rushing for Warren East, Quentin Hollis, 494 yards. Then Dane Parsley's in just his 3 games as the quarterback, 280 yards on the ground. Trey Price, leading receiver for Warren East. He's caught 23 passes for 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. Parsley stands back around his own 10, looks, he's going to keep it himself, and Warren Central right there stuffed him up the middle. Big play defensively from Raldi Arenas.
Parsley on the run, brought down behind the line by
Arenas.
Be 3rd and long.
3rd down and long for Warren East. They're at the 13. They've got to get out to the 35-yard line. Let's see what the Raiders do here. See what they do here on 3rd down and long, deep in their own territory. Dragon defense has put some pressure on Parsley here tonight. Parsley's going to throw it deep down the middle, and that one is going to be picked off at the 40-yard line. Coming back the other way for Warren Central, that's D'Angelo Patterson, so the Dragons come up with a big interception. Worked out just as good as a punt for the Raiders. So the Dragons take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. So second possession of the night for the Dragons. 8:40 mark here in the first quarter. There's no score. A.J. Ame, as you get a good look at those navy blue and white handoffs. First man through, nowhere to go for D'Angelo Patterson. He is stuffed right away by Matthew Cowles.
Short loss on the play, it'll be 2nd and 13.
Lost about 3. They tried to fake it inside there, but there was nowhere to go. The interior lineman Cowles stayed right with who he had to keep his eye on. Give it. And maybe to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be all. Not much room for running there as the Raiders come up with another defensive play. Trent Arterburn.
Short loss on the play met by a host of Raiders.
Demetrius Barnett met right as soon as he got it. So it's 3rd down and 14 for the Dragons. Ami looking to throw. Got pressure coming from the backside. Got a man down the middle, and it is incomplete. Mistimed it. Cutting in front for his brother Ame was interrupted there by Caden Merle. He stepped in front, and then there was coverage behind him as well. But Merle right there got right in front of the receiver. No contact, so Central will punt it again. So A.J. Ame to boot it. Getting back for Warren East will be Trey Price. High snap. Ame gets it off. Decent kick. Takes a Central bounce at the 25, down inside the 10-yard line. They'll down it at the 9. Whoa, did it take a bounce. Okay, but they got Marikizda now punting. Earlier in the year, A.J. Ame was punting, but it's Sumi Menakariza is now the punter for Warren Central. So once again, Warren East pinned deep in its own territory. The young man entertaining himself with the phone. SpongeBob, it looked like. So here's the Raiders now. Second offensive possession. Second time deep in their own territory. Got to give. Around that right end. Ahmad Alexander. And saying it's loose. The players are, but the officials have said Warren Central comes up with a fumble recovery. So 2 possessions and 2 turnovers by Warren East here in the first 2 drives of the first quarter. Dragons will have it 1st and 10. They're going to mark it right on the 10-yard line. So can the Dragons draw first here on the scoreboard? Got a shoe tie there, okay. KJ Ame is ready. AJ at quarterback. D'Angelo Patterson moves to the right of Ame. See the wings, man in motion. They give it. Barnett cuts up to the 8-yard line, and that's going to be about it. He was hit right in the middle of that linebacker crew. I believe Jackson McCool made the tackle for Warren East. Second and goal, Dragons at the 8. 6:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Warren Central's third possession. Ame throws it into the corner. We've seen this before. Mistimed the jump. Tried to go with it to Omari Glover in the corner. He just mistimed it. And do we have a flag on the play? Yeah, we do. Side judge here. Danny Saleh, our veteran official with the white hat tonight. Illegal shift against the Dragons.
Penalty marker on the play. Illegal shift has been enforced on the Dragons.
So it cost him 5.
Penalty will repeat, second and goal.
It'll be second and goal from the 13. It almost gives you a little more room to work with. You move it back 5. I mean, you don't want the penalty, but gives you a chance to spread out that Raider defense. Dragons come up to the line of scrimmage. A.J. Ame looking to throw. Got pressure up the middle, trying to get away from it. Gets a block. Cuts to the outside, trying to elude the Warren East Raiders, and gets to the 11-yard line, maybe the 12 or the 11. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Dragons. 4th and goal. You get a good look at Jeff Griffith and his Raiders across the way.
From the Warren East 11-yard line.
4th and goal.
Manera keys on to attempt the field goal.
Okay, Sumi Manacariza will attempt a field goal here for Warren Central. Could be right at 30 yards. Trying to give the Dragons a lead. 5:43 here in the first quarter. And timeout's going to be taken on the field. Timeout, no score, 5:41 first quarter. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Throw into the end zone is incomplete. So instead of kicking the field goal after the timeout, and the Dragons will turn it over, and it will be Warren East ball once again deep in its own territory. So all 3 times they have started with their possessions, they have been deep. They've thrown an interception, they've fumbled it. And now they're starting at their own 11-yard line. Man in motion for the Raiders. Give it in there, trying to get around the right end.
Hollis on the carry.
That's Quentin Hollis.
Brought down by a host of Dragons. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Be 2nd and 2. They got 8 on the play.
20-yard line.
2nd down, 2 for the Raiders.
Correction, 2nd and 2.
Hollis on the carry again, and we have flags before we even get started, and it will be against Warren East.
Penalty marker on play. False start called against the Raiders.
False start Raiders. No score. We're 4:57 here in the first quarter. Warren Central and Warren East, a 4A District 2 battle here tonight. Dragons looking for their first win of the season and their first district win also. Warren East looking to go 2-0 in the district, as they've got 3 straight weekends here of district competition. Parsley with a man in motion, fakes it to Hollis. He's going to keep it himself to the 20, 25, cuts around. He's got some room to run down the sideline. 40, 45, and brought down at the 49-yard line. And D'Angelo Patterson may have saved a touchdown-saving run, as Parsley faked the handoff, and he just ran it himself, and he'll do that. You get a good look at some of the East folks across the way here at Warren Central. Thursday night edition of football for you. Counting tonight, going back to mid-August. This would be our 27th live stream event this fall. Back to pass, Parsley. Going to step up, throw, got a man downfield, could be picked off, and it is incomplete. And right there, I think it went off a Dragon as it was thrown downfield. Ame and Taylor. A good coverage by the Dragon defense. See the East fans just spread out along the sidelines over there. 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders of Warren East. hash mark nearest the press box. Give it to Hollis. Hollis. He's met about a yard or two for a gain, and that is it. Malik Ferguson, along with Devin Poston, make the tackle for Warren Central. 3rd down and 8 for Warren East. They are right at midfield. Clock ticking here in the first quarter, 3:35. We'll update you as soon as we get word. South Warren at Warren Central volleyball going on here next door. East, this is the best field position they've had all night. And they got the Dragons to jump, went on a different count. And the Dragons right there, Ernest jumped. So they're bringing up 3rd down and 3. We thank our sponsors of our Warren County Public School Sports Network, Leachman Buick GMC, Rafferty's, Flora Templeton Stewart, attorney at law, Franklin Bank and Trust, and our platform sponsor, Mingy Beef Jerky. Fake to Hollis. Parsley's going to keep it. Run off the right end down to the central 30-yard line. That'll be a Raider 1st down. Congrats to the the South Warren and Greenwood golfers for qualifying. And Warren East had a guy to qualify, and so did some of the Gators, and we just congratulate all of our golfers. We'll be participating at the Bowling Green Country Club next week at the KHSAA Leachman Buick GMC Cadillac State Golf Championships. Parsley looking to throw. Got some pressures. Got to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run down the sideline, and he will get out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. That'll be good enough for another Warren East 1st down. So they started around their own 11-yard line. The first possession, they threw an interception. The next one, they fumbled deep in their own territory but held Warren Central out. First and 10 Raiders, 2:32 mark here in the first quarter. That's Dane Parsley, the freshman quarterback for Warren East. Throws quick out. It is complete to the 10, 5, and that's a touchdown for the Raiders. Ahmad Alexander. So that's a 20-yard pass. Ahmad Alexander from Parsley. And Warren East takes a 6-0 lead, 2:25 here in the first quarter. Extra point attempt here now by the Raiders. Leyva, kick is up, and 7-0 Warren East. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com to discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Warren East leads 7-0 tonight over Warren Central. 2:25 of the first quarter. Ahmad Alexander, a 20-yard pass from Dane Parsley. Extra point good. Dragons now will get the ball back. line drive kick taken at the 15-yard line by Taylor. Taylor cuts up to the right side, down the sideline, and they'll mark it at the 35-yard line. First and 10, Warren Central at their own 35.
Warren Central ball. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I believe this is the Dragons' 4th possession of the first quarter. 2 punts and turnover on downs. They get the right personnel into the lineup. They already had the football from the Warren Central side in there. They were going to give them another one. Okay, run 2 plays at once. All right, we're ready. Here's Warren Central. A.J. Ame. Going to give it around the left end. Patterson, they had that figured out. Gets away from one tackler. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Jaden Durbin was back there, almost had him for a big loss.
Short loss on the play to be 2nd and 11.
So he'll lose a yard. So on the run there. Second down and 11. Ame gets the snap, looking to throw over the middle, and it's going to be picked off by Warren East. Coming up with that is Trey Colson. So the Raiders come up with a big play right there. Colson with a turnover, and the Raiders are back in business. As it will be first and 10 Warren East at the 33-yard line. So the Raiders leading 7-0, get the ball back at 1:33 off the turnover. So each team has turned it over tonight. East turned it over twice. Now Warren Central's turned it over. Parsley gives it to Hollis. No, he pulls it out, keeps it last minute, pulls out. Parsley down inside the 20 to around the 18. That would be good enough for a Raider first down.
Gain good enough for a first down. It'll be first and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 18-yard line.
Minute 27 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0, Warren East leading Warren Central. This is a Class 4A District 2 battle, crosstown rivals. Parsley waited as long as he could to read the defense, pulled it out of Hollis. Let's see if he does it again. No, this time double reverse. Gives it. Patterson, or Price, I should say. Price cuts outside. Brought down around the 14.
Brought down by number 5, Patterson. Gain good enough for 3 yards.
Second down and 7 for the Raiders
15-yard line.
at the 14. We're down to the final seconds. They're going to give. Hollis finding his way through down to the 5. And that's where he's hit by KJ Ame.
Hollis on the carry.
And he stopped at 18 seconds to go here in the.
Good enough for a first down. It'll be first and goal Raiders from the Warren Central 6-yard line.
And they're going to run out the clock. So the clock will expire. It's Warren East 7, Warren Central nothing at the end of 1. And you're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We swap ends of the field here at Warren Central. So the Raiders leading 7-0. Threatening to score again. Hollis just kind of squirts his way through near the goal line, be stopped somewhere around the 1-yard line.
Hollis on the carry. Brought down by Poston and Ame. Second and goal.
So Poston comes out, Devin Poston, another big tackle for the for the Dragons as the Raiders get closer to putting 6 more on the board. Just around the 2-yard line. As you get a good look into the backfield there. Dane Parsley, the quarterback. Hollis, he's going to get it, and he's going to get to the 1. He looks like he's in. Touchdown. Yep, he got in.
Hollis on the carry. Gain is good enough for a Warren East touchdown.
Quentin Hollis will get a 2-yard run. And Warren East will go up 13-0 just underway here in the second quarter at the 11:18 mark. An interception led to this. Warren East easier score than they have had all night long. The other one, they had to march it downfield from their own 11. Extra point by Leyva looks and is good. 14-0. Warren East leads Warren Central as you're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Well, the Raiders get called for offsides on the kickoff. They'll march them back 5. They lead 14-0, just underway in the second quarter here at Warren Central tonight. Glad you're joining us here on our Prep Spin platform or at WBKO.com/PrepSpin, the Prep Spin Facebook page, Twitter, and YouTube channels, all courtesy of Prep Spin and Mingy Beef Jerky. Leyva ready to kick it again. It'll be taken at the 20-yard line. Once again, that is going to be Jeremiah Taylor. He's returned every kickoff from Warren East tonight. They've kicked it right towards him.
On the return, brought down by number 9, Duncan. It'll be 1st and 10 Warren Central from their own 36.
Dragons have it 1st and 10, their own 36. This is their 5th offensive possession of the night. Dragons get set up. We're ready to get underway with their next drive. A.J. Ame looking to pass. Couple of steps drop, throws it down the sideline, and it is going to be incomplete. Omari Glover turning around, trying to catch the ball. Second 10 for the Dragons. Omari Glover's caught 14 passes this year for 330 yards, 2 receptions. D'Angelo Patterson's caught 5 for 81 yards. That's the 2 leading receivers for Warren Central. Second and 10, they come up ready to go. Man in motion. They give it straight ahead. Pounding his way across the 45 to the 47-yard line is Devin Poston.
Poston on the handoff.
Giving him a little work offensively. He's earned it on the defensive end.
For Warren Central, first down.
So the Dragons first and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Same thing. Poston's met at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to go for him. They tried it twice in a row. Second time did not work. Maddox Torrance with a big hit for Warren East.
Short loss on the play, brought down by number 2, Gee. Be second and short, or second and 11.
Loss of a yard back to the 46-yard line. You get a good look there. Field named after that man, Joe Hood. On the sidelines again. He's glad to be back involved. One of the great coaching minds of the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Flare out here for Patterson. Patterson down the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds at the Warren East 47-yard line. He liked to run the ball. I can tell you that. Many years of broadcasting radio when Joe Hood was coaching. Line him up and he'd say, "Stop me."
Third and 4 from the Warren East 46-yard line.
Of course, there were only 4 classes back, 89, 90, and took Warren Central to the state finals back-to-back years, losing to Louisville Trinity both years. When he coached, he was always in that region final or the state semifinals. Ame brings him up. Third down. And they give it to Patterson. Patterson, he sneaks his way around as he did a little jitter step and finally gets down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Isaiah Gee makes the tackle for Warren East. So the Dragons moving the ball here. Trailing 14-0, 9:50 in the first half. Dragons come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. Ame throws it incomplete. Had his man D'Angelo Patterson around the 32-33 and dropped him. Trying to get it to him and let him run. So I'm going to bring up a second down and 10 for the Dragons. Their JV here at Warren Central got a win earlier in the week. Far side, hash mark. Ame, straight back. They've got pressure. He's going to get hit as he throws it, and it's going to fall just in front of the intended receiver at the 10-yard line. So they got a dragging man down. The receiver is down. Glover is down. As they tend to, he hit the ground hard as he was trying to dive back and catch the ball. Man knocked the wind out of him. But Ame had 4 Warren East Raiders on top of him as he threw it to the far sideline here. While they're tending to Glover, we'll step out. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Glover's back up on the sideline now. Dragons get the play from Coach Mark Nelson. First year here at Warren Central. Spent several years at Greenwood and at South Warren. He started the program at South Warren. He wanted the job when it came open, and they were glad to give it to him. 3rd and 10 for the Dragons. Ame looking, throwing down the middle. Slant pattern is going to be picked off by Malik Summers. Summers up the sideline 30, and he's out of bounds around the 32, 33 yard line. So the Dragons turn it over again. Second possession in a row that the Dragons have thrown interceptions. So Warren East capitalized on the last one and drove it. Now here they're leading 14-0 at the 9:04 mark.
The 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 32-yard line.
9:04 here in the first half, 14-0. Warren East. Parsley will bring him up. Looks, and he just takes it to the 40, 45, 50. And he fumbled, and Central may have come up with it. Looks like Central has it. And Central does. That looks like Malik Ferguson comes up with the fumble. As Parsley got into Central territory around the 41, 42, it came loose, but Malik Ferguson fell on it. And so that is the 3rd turnover tonight by Warren East. Now can Central capitalize on it? They're down 14-0. They've had decent field position most of the night. Warren East has been the one starting in their own territory deep. Give it in there to Barnett. Barnett stuff, nowhere to go. Let's see where the forward progress is.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd and long.
Give him about a 3-yard loss back to the 38-yard line. Clock rolling at 8:35 here in the first half. Warren East leading 14-0. Thursday edition of high school football here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network via our platform Prep Spin. No play clock on the field here, so it's kept on the field by the back judge. Back to pass. Ame. He's got pressure, throws it, and he's got it complete to Patterson. Patterson at the 35, he's going to lose about 3. Very fortunate to only lose 3 yards.
Ame's pass is caught by Patterson for a loss on the play.
Back to the 35, be 3rd and 15
35-yard line.
for Warren Central. Central at the line of scrimmage. Ame turns. I think somebody missed the play to hand it off, and there's a flag as Ame brought down at the 25. That may be a hold or illegal use of the hands.
The holding call against the Dragons
Let's see if Warren East will decline it, yeah.
Result of the play is a 4th down.
So the Dragons down 4th down will punt it. Manacariza will kick it for the Dragons. East should get good field position out of this possession here. Ball on the 24. It's 4th and 27 for the Dragons. 7-minute mark here in the first half. And they rush it, and boy, how did he get rid of that? I'm not sure, but takes a Warren. Well, he's gotten some bounces tonight. Going to roll down to the 26-yard line. Manacariza was so close to having his punt block, and he gets it off, and he's got another good roll. That ball is landing and hitting. And we got a flag on the play. Or not, no flag, okay.
Manarakiza's punt is down at the Warren East 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the spot.
1st and 10, Warren East. Each team's probably had about 6-7 possessions already. Parsley, nobody in the backfield. He's just going to run it. He's had a couple of big runs tonight. The last time he ran it, come up with a fumble. Cross the 30 to the 31, give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Warren East. That gave him 6 to the 32. 2nd and 4. 6:23 mark here in the first half. 14-0 Warren East. A lot of nice improvements here at Warren Central a few years ago. Playing on the turf field. Parsley, hands off Hollis. Hollis just runs behind his offensive line. He's got a 1st down out to the 40-yard line. Then they push him back. That's good enough, though, by plenty.
Hollis on the carry. Met first by Farley. Runs good enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 40-yard line.
Raiders get another 1st down, 1st and 10, their own 40. 5.5 minutes here in the first half. Thursday edition of high school football for you here in Warren County Public Schools. Out to the 45, Ryan Hollis again. As you see Parsley go over, and Jeff Griffith gives him the play to call. Malik Ferguson on the tackle for Warren Central. Second down and 5 for Warren East. Warren Central their own 45-yard line. Back to pass, Parsley. He's got some pressure. Pressure from Delton Farley. Down the sideline, Farley runs him out of bounds. That'll be another 1st down.
Parsley on the carry, ran out of bounds.
He just turned the corner on Farley, and Farley was trying to track him down. So the Raiders 1st and 10 at the Warren Central 31-yard line. .437 mark here in the first half. It's Warren East 14, Warren Central nothing. Far hash mark. Parsley throws out here in the little flare. Now Ahmad Alexander gets a block down the sideline, 20, down out around the 17, 18. That's going to come back. You saw it on your screen there. We got a block in the back against Warren East.
Holding called on the Raiders.
That cost them 10 from the spot.
Replay 1st down.
Raiders will have it 1st and 19 at the Warren Central 39. We've had 5, 6 turnovers so far in this first half, each team with 2 or 3. Fumble, interceptions. Warren Central did turn it over once on downs. Central's thrown 2 interceptions. They've recovered a couple of fumbles and an interception themselves. And around the left end, nowhere to go. And right there is Devin Poston to make the tackle for Warren Central.
Hollis on the carry, brought down by Jackson and Poston.
Maybe a yard gain to the 38. That's about it.
And 17 from the Warren Central 38-yard line.
Under 4 minutes here in the first half. Man in motion. Hollis gets it around the left end. No, Parsley keeps it. He pulls it out the last minute. He has a good read. Out of bounds around the first down marker around the 21-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 20, and that'll be a first down. Tell you what, this Dane Parsley's going to be something else. Time he's a senior at Warren East. He can read that defense really good because he will pull it out from the running back's grasp at the very last moment and run with it. Each with Parsley has 138 yards rushing. Michael Compton of the Bowling Green Daily News with the stats there for us. Back to pass. Throws over the middle and the back of the end zone and complete, and that's a touchdown. That's going to go 20 yards.
Parsley's pass is caught by number 5, Price. Good enough.
Tay Price.
Touchdown.
20-yard pass from Parsley. That's his second throw of the evening into the end zone. Here at the 3:30 mark, Leyva to attempt the extra point. (21-0) Warren East. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Well, Warren East leads 21-0 over Warren Central. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. They struggled early, but they've been able to punch it in a couple of times here in this first half. $20-yard pass to Alexander in the first quarter. Now Tay Price gets a 20-yard pass. Then throw in a Quentin Hollis run. Taylor cuts up the middle, 35 to the 37-yard line. Jeremiah Taylor, a freshman, been running back all the kickoffs tonight because they're not kicking it to D'Angelo Patterson. The Dragons have had decent field position most of the night, just not been able to punch one in. They got down goal. 4th and goal, and couldn't punch it in. Trying to get you updates on some of the soccer and the volleyball going on here at Central. South Warren at Warren Central volleyball. We got a new quarterback in there for Warren Central. That is Zarante Howard.
Taylor on the carry. Short gain will be 2nd and 8 from the Warren Central 39-yard line.
quarterback, Zante Howard, 6'1" freshman. .250 to go here in the first half. Howard will bring him up. Patterson right to his left. Two wings, man in motion. Fakes to Taylor. He's going to keep it and run to the right side, looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked back at the 31-yard line. Raiders right there with him, and that's Trey Petty.
Howard on the keeper, brought down in the backfield by Petty. Be 3rd and long from the Warren Central 33-yard line.
Be 3rd and about 14. We near the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Howard comes over, gets the play from Mark Howard. They're going to have to hurry. They're getting close. And that's going to be the timeout, Warren Central. All right, they got it called before they got the penalty. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, equal housing.
Well, they're trying to get the play off, but it's a false start against the Dragons.
Replay, 3rd down.
So the Dragons trying to get something positive here with Zeronte Howard at quarterback. A.J. Ami had been up until this possession. Wing backs, one setback with Howard. Looking to pass and pressures there. He gets away from one, throws it, and that's going to be intercepted. Malik Summers with an interception across the way. I believe that's his 2nd interception of the night. Oh, it's incomplete. So he must have not come down with it. So the Dragons will have to punt. So Summers almost with an interception there. Did not come down with it cleanly. Manacariza to punt for Warren Central. Boy, has he gotten some great rolls tonight off his foot. See if he can get one away again here. Waiting. He's had a couple almost blocked. High, and there's as he got away quickly, and it's going to be a penalty. I don't think everybody got set. Illegal substitution. It's illegal substitutions, what happened there. Minute 41 to go. First half, 21-0 Warren East tonight. Big one tomorrow night, number 2 in 5A. South Warren plays host to the Bowling Green Purples. We'll have that live stream for you right here on all our platforms. Manacariza to punt. Stands back at his own 10. There's a flag right there. What do we got? Oh, it's the equipment. Okay, that's equipment, yeah. So it's another 5-yard penalty.
Charge to the Dragons. Remains 4th down.
Timeout, Warren Central. They're going to take a timeout. Minute 41 to go in the first half. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Manicariza gets a high snap, gets away a kick, a one-step kick, and it's going to go. Each will have it at their own 49-yard line.
Nearkee's punt is down at the Warren East 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from the spot.
So if you're Warren East, you got a minute and a half to go here till halftime. You're up 21-0. You play conservative, or you try to punch another one in. I quit trying to guess coaches' minds years ago. Yeah, they'll get the ball start second half because Central got the opening kickoff. So just play it safe. I mean, Parsley can run it, or Hollis has had success running the ball tonight. Parsley getting Hollis set where he needs him to be. Looking, throws out, and it's complete. Price down to the 46 of Warren Central.
Price on the reception, brought down by number 20.
Be second down. At about 6.
2nd and 7 from the Warren Central 40.
Nearing a minute to go here in the first half. Warren East leading 21-0. Parsley looking to throw. Going to throw over the middle, and it is going to be picked, almost picked off. D'Angelo Patterson had it and dropped it.
Defended on the play by Patterson.
They were trying to go to Gee, but Patterson was right there, stepped in front, clearly had it.
And 7 from the Warren Central 46-yard line.
It'll be third down with 46 seconds to go. First half action. Across the way, far hash mark. Get a good look in there by Mike Cleff, our cameraman. Quickly over the middle, he's got Hollis. Hollis to the 30, down to the 28-yard line. That was just a quick slant in. Hit him, and he was able to get an extra 10, 15 yards. Clock starting. 40 seconds to go in the half. East trying to put another one up. There's pressure and sack back at the 36-yard line. Dragons come up with a big play there by Dalton Farley.
Parsley on the carry, brought down behind the line by Farley.
25 seconds to go
Second and long from the Warren
in the first half. 21-0. And timeout on the field. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Warren East leading 21-0. Back to pass, Parsley looking down the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Roger Duncan.
Duncan falls incomplete. Be third and long.
Good coverage by Warren Central, step for step with him. Big much Taylor. It brings up third down. From the Warren Central 37, they've got to get down to around the 18, 19, just across the 19. 21 seconds remaining. Parsley rolls out to his right, looking. Just a quick pass and threw it right in front of Price. Threw it at his feet. He had him open over here on the Warren Central sideline. 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Fourth down for Warren East. They'll go for it. A lot going on at Warren Central tonight. Volleyball, Warren County Public Schools Board of Education meetings over at Warren Central. Got the athletic facilities all lit up. Baseball, softball, band field over there all lit up. Back to pass, Parsley. Gets away from one defender and dives to the 29. He'll be shy of the first down, and the first half will come to a close.
Parsley on the carry. Brought down by number 23, Gray.
Clock stops 7 seconds as they move the chains.
From their own 30-yard line.
We'll see if Warren Central has to run one play. It's a change of possession, so they won't start until the ball is snapped. So Central does have to start it, snap it. Howard brings him up. And in motion, they're going to give it straight ahead. And that will be about it. D'Angelo Patterson on the carry. So time runs out here in the first half. Warren East tacks on 14 more here in the second quarter. They lead halftime. It's Warren East 21, Warren Central nothing. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 for your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com to discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
I think we could go for something good from Rafferty's right about now. They need to deliver over here to the press box. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff in on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network halftime. And Mike, Warren Central has had opportunities. They've had great field position, but they come up with a couple of turnovers, or they turned over on downs.
Now entering the field of exhibition, the
they,
Warren Central
I believe they
Dragon
forced
Marching Band.
3 turnovers, Scott. They've had a couple of big sacks, done a lot of really good things. I thought, Scott, if the Dragons could have gotten on the scoreboard first with one of those turnovers, especially when they had the ball inside the Warren East 10, this gets interesting. But to the Raiders' credit, the Raiders stiffened. Defense got the job done, came up with some big plays of their own. And, Scott, you know the count better than I do, but I think there's been a combined 7 turnovers in the first half at least, meaning both defenses are really getting after it on a really humid night. But the Raiders capitalized on their turnovers, and it's why they lead 21-0 at the half.
You know, early they throw an interception, and then they fumble it. All right, so here's Warren Central with an opportunity, and then, you know, they throw an interception, and then they turn it over on downs. And so it's been kind of back, and I'll check with Michael Compton of the Daily News here in just a few minutes. But, you know, each team probably has had 8 possessions in the first half.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Is that about right, Michael? As he's checking his stats there to see.
I'll tell you what, Scott, you know Coach Nelson. I know Coach Nelson. You mentioned Michael. He knows Coach Nelson. The thing that he's probably going to emphasize, especially when Michael talks to him after the game, are the penalties. We've reached the point of the season where Coach Nelson's like, we're not a first-year program. We're not early in the season. We are deep in the regular season. And the ones that we're hurting with the penalties are the Dragons more than anybody. And the thing you can see from Coach Nelson, he's not protesting the calls. In other words, the penalties are happening. The referees have to call it. I mean, that's what they are instructed to do. And again, Scott, this is the 3rd Dragons game that we've done this year. They play hard. Their effort, and they're well coached. And again, I thought that they create the turnovers. Nearly had a 4th turnover. I thought they were going to intercept that long pass. A couple of big sacks, a couple other tackles for loss. But like you said, Scott, they just could not take advantage of it. And the Raiders, on the other hand, I believe all 3 scores have come off turnovers. I believe.
That sounds pretty close to right. And we'll check with Michael here in just a few moments, as he's got everything on that stat on his little iPad there and that program. But East got on the board at the 2:25 mark of the first quarter. Ahmed Alexander, a 20-yard pass from Parsley. Levis kick 7-0. Just underway, barely into the second quarter, 11:18 mark. Quentin Hollis, a 2-yard run. Levis kick 14-0. 3:30 mark of the first half. Tay Price, 20-yard pass from Parsley, 21-0. But Parsley, a couple of drives, it was him getting big runs to getting them into position for the scores.
The play that's been the most effective for them offensively is when he fakes the handoff to the halfback and he keeps it himself, and that's where their biggest gains have come. And again, Scott, Warren East, no question, they are so much better than when we saw them on the opening week of the season against Logan County. We saw major steps being taken. You mentioned they went to the freshman quarterback in the game we called against Russell County, and they're getting better. But even I think if, you know, again, we talked to Coach Griffith here at halftime, and we asked him, could the Raiders have played better in the first half? He would go, absolutely. We can't turn the ball over like that.
No, I agree. All right, we're at halftime. The Warren Central Band performing. We're going to come back. We'll talk with Michael Compton of the Bowling Green Daily News and get his thoughts on this first half and a lot more. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance is not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Halftime from Warren Central tonight, and the visiting Warren East Raiders leading 21-0. Longtime friend, and we've worked together on many broadcasts in the past. Michael Compton, Bowling Green Daily News, and Mike, your thoughts from this first half tonight?
It's been a little sloppy on both sides. 5 turnovers total, 3 for East, 2 for Central. With Central, especially, it's the first time I've seen them since Trigg County. You can see a team getting better. You've just got to have patience. I know that streak is something they don't really want to talk about, but it's there as long as it's there. But you can see a team getting better. And then East, making the switch to a freshman quarterback, has picked up a couple of big wins, and he's made some really nice plays, especially with his legs at times tonight. He's had a couple of nice touchdown passes, but at times he's looked like a freshman quarterback too. So I think both teams, even with the score the way it is, I think both teams have to feel pretty good about where they are at halftime and where they are in the season. Unfortunately, in the case of Warren Central, there still seems to be a long way to go as this growth under Mark Nelson continues. Warren East trying to put themselves in position in a district that, let's be quite frank, no one's really kind of stood out yet.
No one's established that they're the leader here.
Maybe Allen County, but East has certainly shown that they can hang with Allen County, and that game in a couple of weeks is going to be a big factor of what happens going forward.
Now, I have not seen Franklin Simpson this year. Have you had the chance to see them?
I have not seen them either, but they have 2 really good running backs who do a lot of the heavy lifting for them. They've played a tough schedule, but again, they're 1-4 right now, so the results kind of speak for themselves. Be interesting, including a loss to Allen County last week, so it'll be interesting to see where they go going forward. But East has got to feel good that this freshman quarterback has come in and established this offense that was having trouble those first 3 weeks. Particularly that game against Barron County is the one that got away from them. I'm sure they would love to have back.
Yeah, because they were leading and lost that one late. Yeah, but he's really made a difference, not only throwing the ball, but he's not afraid to run. I mean, and he's got great reads. I've seen him pull the ball from the running back at the last possible moment and run with it, and he gets big gainers out of it.
Yeah, unofficially, I have him with 136 yards on 12 carries in the first half. So kind of speaks for his ability to just take off. He sees a lot of open space, and he's not afraid to run. And sometimes it's better to be young and not think about it and just take off. And I'm sure Coach Griff at times is going, no, okay, good job. And at times is very, very pleased with how he's reading things.
And I think Warren Central, Mark Nelson, Howard, who within the last week or two, they finally got him where he was able to play. They did not start him tonight, but they think he's the quarterback of the future.
And again, this is going to take time. It's been a long time since they won a game, and it's been a tough 5-6 years, and you can't rebuild it overnight. I mean, I know some people probably would like to see them do that, but you can't rebuild overnight. And if there's any coach in this area, I want to rebuild my football program or build my football program, in the case with South Warren, Mark Nelson's the man.
And the staff he's got here at Warren Central, they want to be here, and they've got some good pedigree to bring them with them.
Exactly.
And the kids are buying into it. They like, it's a different atmosphere than what they've had. All these are veteran coaches. They like what they're hearing for the most part, But if they stay the course, the future is going to look pretty good here.
And you could see this first half. These kids, they're a play or two away from really being in this game. They get a turnover. They're in the red zone, unable to score. They've got a couple of more turnovers tonight. They've just got to get a little more consistent, and that comes with reps. That comes with practice. That comes with experience, and that's something that Coach Nelson and his staff is trying to build here with Warren Central.
And this may be finally a point in the season where he's getting everybody together between injuries and the COVID protocols. Here until the last week or so, he's not had a full team.
Yeah, so this is, from what I understand, the gentleman we were talking to from Warren Central here before the game, this is pretty much the best roster they've had so far this year as far as having as many players as they do that they thought they were going to have at the first of the year. And hopefully you can continue to build off that and not have to worry about these setbacks again.
Well, Mike, appreciate all you do down at the Bowling Green Daily News from covering all the local sports.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks. Michael Compton, Bowling Green Daily News, 21-0. Warren East leads Warren Central here at the half. Second half on the way as Warren East will get the ball. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Coming up this weekend, it's soccer district tournament time. At Bowling Green, the girls' soccer will get underway Saturday at 1 o'clock. Warren East will face Warren Central in the 4-5 game. Then on Sunday the 3rd at 3 and 5:30, the winner of the Warren Central-Warren East game will face Bowling Green. Then at 5:30, South Warren and Greenwood, with the championship set for Tuesday, 5:30 at Bowling Green. The boys' 14th District Soccer Tournament starts at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Greenwood and Warren East. That will be played at Warren East. That's the 4-5 game. Then on Sunday the 3rd, in the winner, the number 1 seed is Warren Central. They'll take on the winner of Greenwood and Warren East, and then South Warren Bowling Green will play at 3 o'clock on Sunday, with the championship on Tuesday, October 5th at 7. So they've done it where you could watch the girls at 5:30 and then the boys at 7. Volleyball, those district seedings have been set, and that will take place at Bowling Green, and we'll get you all that as we get a little closer. But the seedings have been set for that, despite South Warren and Warren Central, playing tonight. Warren East is set to receive the kickoff here in the second half, leading 21-0. Tay Price drops deep for Warren East. Mariquiza set to kick off for Warren Central. Thanks for joining us here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Oh, kicked right to one of the upbacks at the 35. He'll take it. That's Malik Summers. Had a for sure interception, dropped one. I think he had one earlier. He'll bring the kickoff back to the 35-yard line. That's where Warren East will start 1st and 10 here in the third quarter, leading 21-0. No other high school football games going on in this area tonight. Some soccer matchups going on. Greenwood was hosting Ohio County. That's the only other one involving Warren County Public Schools in town. Everybody else was on the road. Give it to Hollis. Hollis on the short side. Couple of yard gain. Brought down from behind by Poston.
Short game met first by number 32, Poston. Be 2nd and 8 from the Warren East 37-yard line.
Just underway, about 30 seconds into the third quarter tonight from Warren Central. Joe Hood Field. Raiders come up to the line of scrimmage. Parsley, the quarterback. Man in motion, is going to give it to him. That's Alexander. Alexander cuts up. Not much room to run it. Turns up. Tevin Bigby with the first hit for Warren Central. Under 11 minutes now here in the third quarter. Third down. About 6 for the Raiders at their own 39-yard line. Tomorrow night, we'll be back in action, live streaming. We'll be at South Warren tomorrow night. Bowling Green at South Warren. South Warren, the number 2 ranked team in 5A. Be our first look at the Spartans. We'll have them 3 out of the next 4 weeks. Parsley rolls to his right, throws on the sideline over here. Price dances and comes up with the catch in bounds. And that's good enough for a first down. He got just enough by a yard to get the first down for the Raiders. Greenwood will be at home tomorrow night. They've got Christian County. That's a district game for them. Just like Bowling Green and South Warren tomorrow night. That's a district game. Man in motion. Parsley fakes, gives it to himself. Runs right up the middle into Central Territory to the 44-yard line. They'll give him the 43. That's just good enough for a first down for the Raiders. KJ Ame on the tackle for Warren Central.
43-yard line.
Nice evening here. We were in the low 70s. A little bit of a humidity in the air. Parsley, it's behind center. Looking, gonna throw deep. Got a man, Price, deep, and he catches it and will be down and incomplete. Okay, could not hold on to it. As he came hitting the ground, it came loose. He would have been down around the 1 yard line. Good idea by Parsley. Glover almost comes up with it. Slow getting back up to the line of scrimmage. Be 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. Got 2 receivers nearest to us. Instead, they give it to Hollis. Hollis inside the 40 to the 39. And right there to wrap him up for Warren Central is Farley, Dalton Farley. 3rd down, about 5.
3rd and 5 from the Warren Central 38-yard line.
Raiders leading the Dragons 21-0. Dragons jump, yep. Offsides against the Dragons. He altered his cadence there. That will be close enough for a first down. Let's see if it's right on it.
First down, be 1st and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 33-yard line.
So 1st and 10, just enough. It's what they needed. Clock rolling, 9-10 3rd quarter. This time, Warren East will send 3 receivers to the wide side, which is nearest us. Parsley just throws it out here on a quick flare out here for Tay Price.
Be 2nd and 10 from the Warren Central 33-yard
Price
line.
couldn't come up with it thrown near his feet. Kind of hard to catch that one. So that stops the clock at the 8:52 mark. Back to pass, and that's deflected. Dragons come up, and that's Poston, or is that Farley? Farley.
Passes tipped at the line by Farley. Be 3rd and 10 from the Warren Central 33-yard line.
Be 3rd down and 10 for Warren East. They're probably in 4-down territory anyway. Hollis, wide side of the field, and he's brought down around the 20, which would be a first down.
Hollis on the carry, ran out of bounds by number 13, Glover.
Omari Glover
Good enough for a Warren East first
knocks him
down.
out of bounds.
1st and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 20-yard line.
Another first down and 10 for the Raiders, leading 21-0. 7 in the first, 14 in the second quarter. Warren East off next week, fall break. Then they've got Allen County Scottsville on the 15th. We'll have that one for you. That could be a pretty big district matchup. could determine the 1 and 2 seeds. Throw over the middle, and that one's going to be intercepted by D'Angelo Patterson. Patterson brings it out, and he will be thrown out of bounds around the 17-yard line.
Patterson will be 1st and 10, Warren Central.
So Patterson gets the interception for Warren Central. So the Dragons will have the offense and will try to march it down the field, looking for their first score of the night. They've got the speed. They've been pretty explosive at times.
From their own 17-yard line.
Let's see who the quarterback is. Is it Howard? Yeah, Howard's still in there. Fumbled the snap. No, that's Ame, A.J. Ame in there, and East with a big hit. That's Simon Gee coming up for a big loss back to the 5.
The 2nd and long from the Warren Central 14.
So A.J. Ame's back in at quarterback on this series here. They've used the freshman Howard some as well. Ame gets him set. Gonna run it himself, and boy, East is right there. They were not fooled one bit. Emmanuel Summers with the initial hit for the Raiders. Lost back to they're going to mark it at the 11. They have to get out to the 27. So it'll be 3rd down, about 15, 16. A.J. Ame looking to pass. Moves to his left, trying to get a man open. Has some pressure, and he's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a horse collar, yep. Grabbed him up around the neck, pulled him down. That's going to give Central an automatic 1st down. So East had Central pinned deep, but now the Dragons will get a 15-yard penalty against the Raiders and a 1st down. I think it's an automatic 1st down.
Be a 15-yard penalty.
No, it's not automatic? Okay.
Spot of the foul. Replay, 3rd down.
So it's 3rd down, okay. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. Couldn't remember if it was automatic 1st down or not. So it's 3rd down and 7. Clock rolling, 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. A.J. Ame looking, a little quick shuttle pass in there to Poston. Poston trying to stay on his feet to the 27-yard line. And that's going to be close. I think he may be just half a yard shy. I think he's got to get across it, and they're going to mark it at the 26. It'll be a yard shy, 4th and a yard.
7-yard gain. Be 4th and 1 from the Warren Central.
Manacariza in to punt for Warren Central on 4th down. Stands back around his own 12, 13-yard line. We got an injury timeout for Warren Central.
Timeout on the field.
They'll come check on him. While they do, we'll step away. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Manicariza to punt, gets a high snap, one step, boots it high. And that one takes a Warren East bounce for a change, and it'll be down right at midfield. So Warren East with 6:17 in the third quarter, leading 21-0 over Warren Central. Will have it at midfield. Raiders have thrown it a few times here in the second half. Central picked it off. And a punt now, so here's East. Parsley gives it to Hollis. Hollis stays in bounds. Where do they mark him? Right at the 45. We got a Central player down. Looks like maybe a cramp across the way. And they're going to help him up. That is Dalton Farley. He comes hobbling up. He's been very active tonight. And he'll have to come out and they'll tend to him. 6:07 mark of the third quarter. Farley's trying to hobble across the way. He's trying to run across the field, but he's having to slow down to do that. He's played a pretty good ball game for this Warren Central team. He's been in a lot of tackles for the Dragons. Trainer will tend to him. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Warren East after that 5-yard gain. Parsley gives it to Hollis. Hollis just runs behind his line. Just runs behind the beef. Down to the 35. That's a first down. Hollis starting to tally up some yards here. He's got 74 himself, so that's about 250, 60 yards on the ground for Warren East tonight so far. 215, all right. Second down and 10. For the Raiders, got a yard. 2nd and 9. All right, they give him a yard gain. Parsley doesn't waste much time. Pulls it, keeps it himself. Inside the 20, 15, 10, down to the 6. A fumble, but the ground cannot cause a fumble. He's down at the 6. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. That's where the ball hit. At the 5. So the Raiders marching it down the field. 1st and goal at the Warren Central 5-yard line. We hope you've enjoyed our fall season so far of Warren County Public Schools live streams. We've done volleyball, boys soccer, girls soccer, and football. Parsley gives it to Hollis. Hollis, he's in. Touchdown. Quentin Hollis, 2nd touchdown of the night for him.
Gain good enough for 5 yards and a Warren East touchdown.
So Quentin Hollis scored in the first half on a 2-yard run, this time a 5-yard run. 27-0 Warren East. Javier Leyva to attempt the extra point. 28-0. East leads. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com to discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Ame and Taylor deep for Warren Central. Leyva will kick it deep, and looks like that's going to be Taylor. 15, 20, 25, and excuse me, about the 22. Didn't quite make it to the 25. Jeremiah Taylor. So the Dragons have it.
Taylor on the turn out to the 23-yard line. Be first and 10 Dragons from the spot.
So the Dragons got down to the 5 one time of Warren East. Otherwise, they've been middle of the field. Quarterback is Ame. Drops the snap across the 25 to the 26. Made something out of nothing. Got 2.
3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Warren Central 26-yard line.
28-0 Warren East third quarter. 4:08 mark. Central with the ball. Deep in their own territory at their own 26. They give it in their double reverse and nowhere to go. East on top of that is KJ Ame is going to be sacked for a loss.
Be 3rd and long from the Warren Central 19-yard line.
Got to get out to the 33. So it'll be 3rd and 14. Dragons come up. Back to pass. A.J. Ame throwing for Glover, and it goes out of bounds.
Ame's pass in the center for Glover. Ball's incomplete. Be 4th and long from the Warren Central 14-yard line. Correction, 19-yard line.
So the Dragons will have to punt it again. Manacariza stands back inside his own 10. They come after him. They've been after him every time he gets a one-step kick, and then, boy, he gets a bounce. Every punt he's had has been a Central bounce except for once. It's down at the 33-yard line. So the Raiders, with 3:08, third quarter, leading 28-0, they'll take over on the down punt. Parsley. Dane Parsley will bring him up, the freshman. At their own 32-yard line. Got three receivers. Hollis kind of peels back, throws. He's got a man wide open. That's going to be Simon Gee down to the 20-yard line.
Parsley's pass is complete to Gee. Brought down on the play by Ame. Gain good enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 20-yard line.
So at the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter, East leading 28-0. Nice pass to Simon Gee from Parsley. Hollis on the keeper, or on the carry, I should say. To the 18, giving him 2 hard yards. He's got to be up near 100 yards. They're getting close to it.
Met first by 45, Farley.
Dalton Farley again, another tackle for Warren Central.
From the Warren Central 18.
He's a junior. Pretty good showdown coming up in about 2 weeks. Allen County, Scottsville at Warren East. That could determine the 1-2 seeds in this 4A District 2. We'll have that live stream for you next week. McCracken County at South Warren. Hollis trying to get around the end. Now just reverses his field. Inside the 10 to the 5. Hollis down near the goal line. There's a flag, and that may be a face mask. Yep, that's a face mask. Got a face mask, so that's
5 out for an injured player.
So East has a player down. They're going to check on him. And while they do, we'll step out. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Helping the East player off, walking just gingerly across the field there. It's not a hot night, been a little humid. So if you're not taking in fluids, you get cramps and things like that. Remind you tomorrow night, around 6:45, Bowling Green at South Warren. We appreciate everybody watching on our Prep Spin app, wbko.com/PrepSpin, PrepSpin Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube channel. Also, if you've got a smart TV, look for the Prep Spin app on Roku or Fire TV. Watch us on that big screen. Clock starts back up at 1:53 here in the third quarter. 1st and goal, Warren East at the Warren Central 2-yard line. After this week, we only have 3 more football live streams. The Raiders. There's going to be Farley calling his own number. He's in.
Parsley on the keeper. Rush goes for a 2
So at the minute 14 mark here in the third quarter, Dane Parsley calls his own number, a 2-yard run. Labor to attempt the extra point, and it's 34-0. They fake it, throw it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Pass fails, and it's 34-0. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Central on the kickoff. D'Angelo Patterson finally gets an opportunity, and he's tackled. Nice open field tackle downfield by Jaden Durbin of Warren East. Central will have it first and 10 at its own 25 or 24-yard line.
First and 10, Warren Central from their own 24-yard line.
1:07 to go, third quarter. Warren East 34, Warren Central nothing. 36 is the number on the running clock, in case you were asking. Howard back in at quarterback. Give to Devin Poston.
On the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the Warren Central 26-yard line.
This Warren East defense has been stingy tonight. They've not really given up a big play to Warren Central. Central's been known to have a big play or two during a game, or a touchdown or punt return. 15 total yards of offense, positive. Howard's going to keep it, rolls to his left, turns, throws, got a man, and it's picked off. Isaiah Gee.
Howard's pass is intercepted by Gee.
And he will be
First and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 44-yard
at the Warren Central 44 with 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They lead 34-0. Barring a major comeback, Warren East will now have won 6 in a row against Warren Central. Go back to 2016, 49-0. Started the streak. Hollis. He just steps his way through there, just follows his lineman. That's all you ask a back to do. Ride your tackle, ride your guard, and that's what he's doing, and he's getting 10, 15 yards at a pop.
Gain good enough for a Warren East. First down, be first and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 32-yard line.
And that may be the last play of the quarter. Let's see how much of a hurry East is in. And they're not going to run another play. 3 complete here at Warren Central. Warren East 34, Warren Central nothing on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Legion
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
We start the fourth quarter here at Warren Central. Homestanding Dragons trail Warren East 34-0. Hollis 25-23. He's over 100 yards.
Alexander on the carry. Gain goes for 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the
9-yard gain for Hollis.
23-yard line.
Oh, that was Alexander. Okay, that was Ahmed Alexander on the carry. I'd say we'll see some different people for Warren East here in the backfield. Parsley still the quarterback. Yeah, there's Alexander right there. The junior, Ahmed. Just a quick step. Fake the throw, goes straight ahead, not much of anything. Ty Dravion Jackson makes the tackle.
By Jackson. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Warren Central 23-yard line.
Times this Central defense has put pressure on Warren East and Parsley to do something. And there's times where Hollis or Parsley's just been able to run at will. Parsley throws, got his man complete to Price. Price inside the 15. That'll be good enough for a Raider first down.
Price on the reception.
Clock rolling at 10:18 to go in the game. 34-0 Warren East.
10 Raiders from the Warren Central 15-yard line.
Bowling Green at South Warren tomorrow night will be our live stream. Give to Alexander inside the 10 to the 5, down to the 3. Ahmed Alexander.
On the carry. Gain good enough for a Warren East first down.
Be first and goal for the Raiders.
From the Warren Central 3-yard line.
Let's see if they let Ahmed Alexander finish it off. He's got them down here so far, so see if they give it to him one more time. He's to the right of the quarterback, Parsley. They give it to him. No, Parsley straight ahead. He's in for the touchdown.
Parsley's carry goes for 3 yards and a Warren East
Dane
touchdown.
Parsley's second touchdown running tonight. Comes at the 9:34 mark. That's a 3-yard run. That makes it 40-0. Warren East, Leyva will attempt the extra point. And that one is good. He line drived it, but got it through there. 41-0. Warren East with the lead. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman.
a good look there at the Warren Central Band performing. They've had some really nice awards at some of the band competitions here lately. All the bands here in Warren County Public Schools.
Set to kick for the Raiders. Back to return for the Dragons.
41-0 Warren East. Going to be taken back at the 12-yard line by D'Angelo Patterson. Up the sideline. He's got 2 men to beat, and he's pulled down at the Warren East 34-yard line. He had 2 to beat, and he got caught. He's made a couple of long touchdown runs this year. So the Dragons at the 9-minute mark here in the third quarter. Trail 41-0. So Patterson comes off. We do have a running clock, so the official winds it up. Only stops there on a timeout and injury. Patterson was pulled down from behind, so he may have got something stretched a little bit there. Howard back in at quarterback. Looking to throw. No, it's Ame. A.J. Ame back to throw, and it's underthrown. Trying to hit Demetrius Barnett. Clock rolling at 8:10. No, that's Howard. Howard is in there. Okay. Howard rolling out to his left. Going to throw. Got his man complete. Glover is going to get in for a touchdown at 7:41 here in the fourth quarter. 34 yards. That goes 34 yards. The Dragons make it 41-6. They get their extra point attempt. Warren Central next week will host Greene County. 7 o'clock next week, next Friday night. Manicariza on the extra point. And it is, may have been partially blocked, but it fails. 41-6, you're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Well, the Dragons get on the board. 7:41 to go, or 7:40 to go in the game. Omari Glover, a 34-yard pass from Howard. The kick fails. So the Dragons will kick off for just the second time tonight. We've not been able to track down any other scores for you. We're trying to get the soccer and also volleyball score for you, involving Warren County Public Schools teams.
Set to kick for the Dragons.
The Raiders will get it. Remind you, Warren County Public Schools has several golfers at the Leachman Buick GMC KHSAA State Golf Championships at Bowling Green Country Club starts Monday. Practice round for the girls, and they'll compete Tuesday and Wednesday. The boys will practice Thursday and compete Friday and Saturday. That's at the Bowling Green Country Club. Go out there and check out the area golfers. Kick's going to be picked up at the 24-yard line. That's Tay Price. And he's out across the 50 into Warren Central territory. So nice return there from Trey Price.
The 1st and 10 Raiders from the Warren Central 47-yard line.
Raiders have a running clock at a 41-6 lead. Raiders just take their time. Parsley. Face on goes to the far side. Now he just comes off completely. Give it to Alexander. Alexander down to the 40. Give him 7. 2nd and 3.
Alexander on the carry. Brought down by Gray. 7-yard gain will make it 2nd and 3 from the Warren Central 40-yard line.
East just taking its time. They're in no big hurry. Get up to the line of scrimmage. Comfortably ahead by 35. Faison will hand off. Fumble, and looks like Central came up with it. You see Warren Central, a couple of players are coming up with it. One of those, Tevin Bigby. And we got a flag.
Penalty marker down on the play.
See what Danny Salee has to tell us about the flag. It's against Warren East. Personal foul against Warren East. That's a 15-yarder. Dragons at their own 47 with 5:46 remaining. They trail 41-6. Howard, straight back, throws, got a man complete. That's KJ Ame. Ame, oh, he's tripped up and down at the 4-yard line. That would have been a big play there, but he got tripped up. He got tripped up. I believe that's Emmanuel Summers.
Pass good enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Dragons from the Warren East 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Dragons. They got down to the 5 earlier in this game and couldn't score. Same thing, punch one in right here. Clock rolling under 5 minutes. In the backfield, that is Devin Poston with Howard, the quarterback. They give it to Poston, and he gets stuff, nowhere to go. Raiders right there to stop him. Leading the way, Josh Collins, a sophomore for Warren East, making the initial hit to stand him up and got some help. 2nd and goal, Warren Central. May have lost a yard, back to the 4 of Warren East. Deronte Howard, quick throw out, and touchdown Dragons. Omari Glover, 4-yard pass.
Touchdown, Warren Central.
Omari Glover's second straight score. This one's at the 3:59 mark in the fourth quarter. That's a 4-yard pass from Howard. Now it's 41-12. Dragons will go for 2. Howard just a little quick toss over the middle, and that's complete to KJ Ame. And that gets the Dragons to 41-14 deficit. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
We thank our platform sponsor, Mingy Beef Jerky, Curtis Mackley and the family. Appreciate all they've done to help us provide this for free. All our live streams we do here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network is free. (41-14), so Central will kick off. And they'll try the little onside kick taken by one of the up people for Warren East and out of bounds at the 49. And that is Maddox Torrance. Running clock, 3:40 to go in the game.
From their own 49-yard line.
East will have it leading 41-14. Once you get to the magical 36-point difference, even if it goes down below, you still have the running clock. And East will be in no hurry. Like we may have a new quarterback in there for Warren East. No, that's Parsley still in there. Just got a new back running with him. And that's going to be Jackson McCool. About 7-yard carry on the carry. 2nd and 3. Jackson on the tackle for Warren Central. 2nd and 3, we're at 2:30 to go in the game. Parsley gives it again on the handoff to McCool. And he'll have a first down for the Raiders inside the 40 at the 38.
Brought down again by Jackson. Game goes up for a first down.
Jackson on the stop for Warren Central.
Warren Central 38-yard line.
That's Tydravian Jackson. Minute 45 to go. Parsley will bring him up. Got another back in there. That is Marcus Bibb. Bibb to the 25, 35. About 3. 2nd and 7.
On the play, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the Warren Central 35-yard line.
Maybe 1-2 more plays all East will have to run. Probably 1. We're under a minute to go in this game. likely the last play of the game right here. Parsley hands off again to McCool. McCool tripped up down to the 31, and that's going to do it. There will be no need to run another play for Warren East. So Warren East is going to come away with their 6th straight victory over Warren Central. The Raiders will now go 4-3 on the year, but more importantly, 2-0 in district play. Dragons will drop to 0-5 and 0-3 in the district. We'll come back with a wrap-up as Warren East beats Warren Central. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Here on our post-game show on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, Scott Thompson, Mike Cleft. Warren Central with a couple of scores late in the game, a couple of nice offensive plays there. You know, got on the board, but this was Warren East's game to come out and they won it.
Yeah, and Warren East in the second half really got after it, got a couple of big turnovers. Secondary played very well. They didn't give Warren Central any chances to get back into the football game. Raiders, mission accomplished. Coach Griffith has to be pleased, one, with getting the win, two, the way they played in the second half. Dragons continue to play hard. And you mentioned the 2 late touchdowns, and both teams get to play their whole roster, and both teams gaining invaluable experience.
Now, Warren Central has a week off. You know, they've got fall break week off, and I'm sure they'll work on some things, but they'll come back with Greene County, you know, in 2 weeks. Possibilities you never know there.
Yeah.
What could happen?
Well, Scott, what I've seen with Warren Central, and I thought tonight, if the Dragons could have capitalized on one of those early turnovers and getting a touchdown, you saw their confidence. If they get rewarded with a touchdown and they get up first and say 6-0 or 7-0, then all of a sudden they think they can, and perhaps they cause the Raiders to press. But the old saying, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Warren East did what they had to do. They stopped Warren Central when they had to, and it's the Raiders that post the win. But again, I'm impressed with the Dragons' effort. We know how good of a coaching staff they have. And the other side, Warren East, they've got a good coaching staff too. I mean, it shows that the Raiders are getting better as the season moves along. We know about Coach Griffith and his staff. They're rock solid.
No doubt. All right, tomorrow night we'll be back, this time at South Warren, Bowling Green at number 2, South Warren. Our first look at the Spartans. Can't wait for this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, Scott, we could talk about that for a while, but sometimes the best way to put it is to be brief. And I'll just say, can't wait.
All right. We'll let it speak for itself tomorrow night. We'll see you then, Mike.
All
Thanks.
right, Scott. Look forward to it as
All
always.
right, Mike Cleff for Scott, and I'm Scott Thompson. Final once again, Warren East 41, Warren Central 14. You've been watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.